Again, okay. I'm worried that eventually it's gonna start hitting Honkai Star Rail's actual story like it did with Genshin's this past patch. We'll see, but I'm concerned. Very, very concerned. To me, this is one of the easiest skips they've ever given us. Oh, hi, Boot Hill. That's not a surprise. Sure.
病気だって聞いたからわざわざチキンスープを作ってきたぜ。お気遣い感激だね。そういやデスクが壊れたって。これやるよ。どうだ？おっと、来てくれるだけでもありがたいのに。
What the hell?
来るな。あ、いやプレゼントはもういらないぞ。今日のあんたのラブリーさ次第だな。
You're gonna die.
では。 愛と平和を抱き一手請求。ランハは知恵の運命を歩む虚数属性のキャラクターで自身の忍道を貫き己の意志を磨き上げながら銀河
Why did the garbage have to arrive? What the hell?
通常攻撃は指定した敵単体に虚数属性ダメージを与える。
Rubbish. Why did the rubbish have to come?
手裏剣電気を使って
Like, she's definitely got the style factor, just... Well, there's no such thing as ninjas. Is she now? ハイテク忍術を生み出しちまったんだと。はーん、そこまで褒めるとは、まさか相当な恨みでもあるのか？当ててみな。当たったら褒めてやる。いやいや、褒め That glare, fair enough.
必殺技を発動すると、ランハは摩天楼の上からダイブし、壮絶な狩りを始める。そして欠員状態に入り、即座に追加ターンと敗北を3ポイント獲得し。 So
the first person perspective, it's neat that they're experimenting with the visual design of the ultimates. Just, as said, this is still a massive skip. She doesn't implant a weakness, but she does ignore it. But the thing is, she's erudition, which holds her back in most game modes, really. She's not an ideal DPS. Don't get me wrong, I do think she'll be decent. 敗北が1ポイント消費され、ゼロになると欠員状態が解除される。あいつの忍道は憎しみの大元を断つことだ。あいつがゴーグルをオンにすりゃ、ラブリーな反物質レギオンだろうが。How does the scarf do that? 不幸を生むやつを絶対に逃がしたりしねえ。今のはゲスト個人の見解で、番組とは一切関係ありません。先ほどの補足だが、敵が弱点撃破されると、Gallagher, of course. チャージを1獲得する。 Well, this girl has the most unfortunate timing in this game, probably. The reveal of Tingyun and Sunday is just makes her a no-go for almost everyone. I'm sure there will be some hardcore fans that will pull still, but it won't be me. But I totally get it. I really do. After all, that is what I'm gonna do with Sunday, even if he's terrible. So... And it's what I did with Acheron. So I can't talk at all. I'm not saying that's a bad mentality. You invited March though to explain what Dan Heng does, and she didn't offer much insight either. And I love March. Like, this is the thing that intrigues me more, because I'm looking forward to seeing what they have supports do, because it implies on future gameplay and the possibility for the DPSs. Meanwhile, DPS gameplay that fits into the loop that already exists is kind of... If it's not a character that I'm biased towards, then I'm kind of indifferent. That's a glowing red eye.
EP 満タンで必殺技を発動。強化通常攻撃で敵を2体弱点撃破し、さらにチャージを2獲得だ。最後の一撃で敵にお仕置き。仲間との連携で精鋭が弱点撃破され、両乱人侠がさらにチャージを獲得。これで最後の一撃がより強力になったぞ。最後は銀河忍法帳にも書かれている通り、人生の壮絶な
The weapon looks cool.
すなわち歓喜のフィナーレである。大金帰宅。今回もラブ&ピースだったな。解説はご満足いただけただろうか。そろそろ大金を。ホーリーベイビー、めちゃくちゃ論理的で革新的で、そんでもって表現力豊かで独創的なもんだったぜ。そこまで褒められるとどう訂正すればいいか悩むな。もう騙されないぞ。というか、訂正リクエストを出すならもっと数値化して流度を揃えて優先度を指定してくれないか。バナナがカンパニーのごちゃごちゃを持ち出すんじゃねえ。あ、バナ、なんでバナナってんだ。いや、何か怪しげなアップデートでもしてしまったのかな。バナナてるか。そんなバナナにバラっているだけじゃないか。ん、こっちまでバナナっているぞ。バナナ、君の共感覚ビンゴにバナナが。バナナが絶対バナナがやりやがった。
Okay, great. So, I'm more interested in finding out eventually, like, I think her capability is good, just erudition kind of makes her the optimum choice for pure fiction, but outside of that, she has a lot of competition. Firefly is probably an even more friendly pull than she is, because Firefly is able to do more damage to single target, which means that she's more utilizable to most people's accounts. Because, for example, to progress through story, you have to fight bosses, and those bosses do need to be killed. You don't want your damage spread too thin. You want your damage to be in one specific place where you want the enemy to die, really. So, I'd say that Firefly was the better option out of the two of them, and even Acheron, like, who will be running at the same time as this girl, feels like a better choice for most accounts, even with how specific her team comp is. Not to say that I think that people should really go for Acheron right now. I'm betting, with how close we're going to be probably to version 3, there is no point in pulling on a new DPS at this point. Support characters, they live a lot longer. I would say save, either get Tingyun or get Sunday. Sunday is more likely to be support based. If Tingyun is, then that's very interesting because it'll be another case like Jiaoshe. But if not, then we have potentially version 3 within. So like, they could go up to 2.9 and that makes sense for them. But I don't think they will, because typically they don't reach the 9th patch before updating a version when it comes to any of their games, it feels like. So we'll see. For now, I'm pretty confident in saying that I'm skipping this girl. Sunday will come home. Tingyun, I have no idea. That depends on how nice Sunday is and if I feel like she's worth it enough to pull on. Because, as said, the next version is coming. We're likely going to see a new meta of DPS type, because that'd make the most sense on how to sell characters, is to change up the meta based on unique functionality that exists in this new world that's coming. And I can totally see them doing it. But we will see. Until we do, though, filling out teams that are based on the types that those game modes focus on is probably the most optimum way to sort your account out. There's Hyper Carry, which is rarely used. There's Break Effect, there's Follow-Up Attack, there is Ultimate Base Damage, there is DOT. This upcoming patch is better in its reruns than not. Poor Dan Heng has effectively been crept. He can still be incredibly strong. You need a Z2 though for him to compete with some characters at all. And you need Sparkle because Sparkle enables his massive skill point consumption. Until we get that sorted though, Dan Heng I would not say is worth a new account getting. He's good, he'll get you to a certain point in the game, but is he optimum E0? No. No. And this is coming from someone who has him and who loves the guy. He is great. I love Dan Heng. But God, no. Meanwhile, Acheron's nuts. Aventurine is good because of his utility. For now, I'd say if you want a character from that version, Aventurine's definitely the best option, and if you have a lot of DOT characters, then Acheron is your second best choice. Rappa, to me, I don't know if I can see her pulling out the same numbers as Acheron. The team comp is different. Rappa's more free-to-play friendly because we get the Trailblazer, but the thing is, that applies to Firefly too, and I think Firefly is actually a better investment for when she reruns. That's just me, though. I do also think that if you're looking for a new DPS and you already have a break team comp sorted, I would skip this and wait for version 3. I would bet money on the fact that they're going to bring a new DPS kind into that version or subsequent versions. During version 3, I can see new DPSs turning up, new functionality for DPSs. And we've basically got to hope that we have the supports for it and can get a good DPS for it. So for me, my mindset is Sunday's a good option, hopefully. He's going to be a support of some kind. He's not going to function like Robin. We'll see what he does. If he is useful for that future, then good for me. If not, then I am totally biased and I'm fine with my pull. But best of luck to the rest of you. Let me know what you're pulling for. Hopefully, regardless of what you pull for, it enables you to have more fun in the game.